Hello. The topic of today's video it is a little different. Yes. First I want to tell you the backstory of it. Me and my brother were there at the dhaba. We sip tea after we work out, okay? And it's a little, it's not that good of an environment. People there are abusing cigarettes, everything like that. But I enjoy that environment. It is more authentic. Okay, people are talking about their business. People have these faces, these fed up faces, and their hardships appear on their faces. That's how the people of dhaba operate. Okay, yeah. So it is more like a blue collar cafe. Yeah. But yes, it is a good place to spend a little time. And the dhaba where we go, it is old. Yes. And the tea is good. So there we are, me and my brother, sitting street side, and we are sipping tea, okay. And I don't know what was it about which we started to talk, but I came to a conclusion that all the people that have done some extraordinary stuff in their life, what are they? They do not seem normal at all. They do not seem normal at all. Some have their dark sides, some have their problems, issues. Okay, they are broken inside. They're weird. Some of them are they're psychopathic, and some of them are pedophiles. Who do you think are the people running the banks? Huh? Well, that will be a lot more controversial. Yeah, we will talk about it someday. That's not today. Okay, so yes. They're very strange, weird. I'm not saying that they should be pedestalized and inspired by. Okay, all my life I have operated like this. I do not finalize a person. Yes, I do not finalize a person and say that this person entirely is the bad idea in this room. That person is entirely not a prophetic personality who does not have any problems, and they do not face any. Okay, yes, people have their own problems. Well, okay, again meandering around, but I came to a conclusion when I was talking to my brother on some topic. Okay, and the conclusion was, you have to be odd to be number one. How poetic that is. Yes. Odd, weird, a freak that is entirely different. Why is a black sheep in this flock too? Why is a black sheep in the flock? Who is the black sheep? What do you think the other sheeps? What do you think the sheeps think of the black sheep? What are their opinions on its color? The way it is designed by the Almighty. The black sheep is the black sheep. Got to know that. It is entirely mirror. It is mirrored. Yeah. Upside down. So, extraordinary people. They are weird, odd. The problem is the problem is the way that you're seeing them and you're looking at them. Okay, well, it is quite known that the people that have done well financially, they are assholes. Yes, it is right. Selfish assholes, weirdos, bullshit interests. Okay, pedophiles. Yeah, that is true. But what? The reason that I'm only highlighting the financial sector is that that's where everyone is going. Finances are a bit taken care of, and life is well. As the wife is well, and happy wife is happy life. Yeah. But those people are small, very small, little, measly little people. All they want is the money. They're below the money. Yes. And then there are people who are above it, above the finances, and yes. The thing is that you have to be owed to be number one. Even, okay, take another example. Physical strength, UFC, most men are aware of that. John Jones, look at that person. Did he not beat his wife? Is he not capable? Does he not have is he not a psychopath? Is he not a killer person? Is he not it? Look at him. You will shit your pants. Yes, and he's the goat of the UFC. A weaponized persona. Is he not weird? No, I'm not saying that he is a bad person and all. Trauma that he had in his life, he could not digest it. And he got food poisoning, and this is the diarrhea everywhere. But that, well, the example of the diarrhea is not that. It's weird and odd. Weird. So yes, you have to be ordered to be number one. That's how it has been for a long time. Genghis Khan, look at that person. What do you say? So yes, life is unfair. But I'm not saying what their pursuits, what they wanted, it was great. Yes, that is greatness. They achieved greatness in their specific sector. Yes, no doubt in that. Yes, they did something. They are known. They have left their mark on earth. They will be remembered as the goats of their sector. Whatever field they are in, they will be considered goats. So, what can we learn from it? What you have to do is yes, there are old people. Their intentions are old, but what they are doing is very great. They are doing as if it is their instinct. Okay. They're above morality, above humanity, every other thing. They have no limitations. They do not let morality stop them. I'm not saying I'm not in favor of what they are. I'm not in their favor, but I'm telling you, they're ruthless. The weirdos. They do what they want to do. They say, fuck it, we bald. Yes, they say it. It is beautiful. The number one is odd. And you have to be odd to be number one. No limitations. Yes. But well, I have already talked about that. The video of the utilize your dark energy to be pushed into the greatness. The thing is that the greatness is the ultimatum. Okay, that is the terminus. That is what we want, what we have to achieve. Greatness, and greatness, its meaning varies depending on the opinions of the person who is pursuing towards the greatness. Yes, it is dependent on the greatness. But Ajit, what is greatness according to you? Well, my definition of greatness, I will make a whole video on it, okay? I will make another covering, because it is something, okay? Maybe too big for some people, but I will talk about it, okay? So, yes, to be, you have to be ought to be number one. So yes, look at Mike Tyson. Look at him. Ruthless. But there are some people, believe me, there are some people, you can idealize them. You can idealize them. There are some people who are above their insecurities, who are above this all. They're the golden child. Yes, there is this person who is odd, weird, and is the number one. Okay, he is the number one. Okay, I believe you. Yes, he is one, because he has no limitations. He is ruthless. I believe in you. Then there is what? A golden child who is not number one. He is infinity. The golden child. Suppose, what about Muhammad Ali? Yes, the boxer. He's in the same sector as of Mike Tyson, but what is he? He was a poet. He looked like a model. He fought like a warrior. Can you see that? He was soft when he spoke. He was a warrior. That's how a warrior is. He was above his traumatic experiences. He was above them all. This above that, he didn't consider them at all, and did not let those insecurities, those broken glasses, the broken mirrors, to reflect himself. The broken mirrors he did not let the broken mirrors reflect his reflection back on him. No. When he stood before the mirror repaired itself. Those are the golden childs. idolize them. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was he? Soft-hearted, capable, a man soft-hearted, a warrior, a strategic warrior, and that craft of his, that fighting, that blood, he never let that blood sit on his cuffs, and he was soft on people. I want to be like that, believe me. I want to be that person. But when I see the world where there are animals achieving greatness, that is possible. They are not all-rounders, they are not all-rounders, but whatever the thing they chose, they are great at it. Great. Alien. Okay. It was more like खून दिलो जिगर से है मेरी नवा की परवरिश है रगे साज में रवां साहिब साज का लहू खून दिलो जिगर से है मेरी नवा की परवरिश. The atmosphere I grew up in, it is nourished by my खून जिगर, but by my blood, yes. है रगे साज में रवां साहिब साज का लहू. Rage saz, the musical instruments, it is a metaphor. In the musical instrument, what? Rage saz mein rawan sahibe saz ka lahu. Rage saz, the vein of the musical instrument. And the sahibe saz is the musician. The musician, when he uses the musical instrument, it is not the string that produces the sound. There is these veins on the instrument, and in those veins is the blood of the musician, and that blood, when it flows, it causes the vibration to produce sound. The blood is flowing through the strings of the sitar. That is how those animals are. It is a share of Sir Iqbal, but I'm not saying he was an animal, okay? But he did. No. But he did achieve greatness in his. He is the poet of East. He was great at it, wasn't he? Was he a fighter? Was he a warrior? Could he fight? Could he scare the shit out of people? With a straight face, a smiling face. Was he like that? No, he was not. But that is very delusional. Those are the golden childs that are like that. Muhammad Ali, our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, love is love. He is the ultimate, he is the Insan-e Kamil. Okay, that is the ultimate goal. The comparison, his comparison with us, it is a disrespect to him. I do not even compare. Okay, there is no comparison. Okay, if I am comparing any person, an individual with him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for me that is a disrespect to him. No. He's something else, okay. We cannot stretch our hands. We're not that. You're not that good. Okay. But I want to be like that. an all-rounder, a person whose abilities are utilized by the general public, and he is not selfish, and he uses his abilities for the people in general, and he do not let his scars define himself. A scar does not define a person as a whole. It was just an event, and it passed. It was just an event. Scar does not define a person. It was just an event. So yes, the topic was you have to be owed to be number one. Yes, it is right for the people who are animals. Animals more like they're not good at many things. Okay, they're not good at other things, but they thrive to be good at one thing they love. Okay, their passion and whatever. They are more like, they're not the masters of other crafts, but they want to be master of their craft. So what they do, they become that musician. They have to become that musician. खून दिलो जिगर से है मेरी नवा की परवरिश. It is my blood that nourishes my atmosphere, my surroundings, my aura. है रगे साज में रवां साहिब साज का लहू. In the strings of the sitar, it is my blood that is flowing and it creates the music. It is me. The instrument is me. The craft is me. That is how a simple person who grew up through trauma, bullshit of life, okay, he pierced through it, and he did not that is the golden child. Yes, that is the golden child. The ones that do not display their traumas on their body, and they forget them. Yes, they don't give any attention. But the other persons, Mike Tyson, he was crying all his life, telling stories about his pigeon and all. Yes, it is sad. Yes, the ending is sad. The life is sad. It is sad. Yes, he was great at his craft, but he was not the golden child. He was more like a person who arose from the darkness, and he remembered that darkness, and he embodied that darkness, and when he went into the light, it was all dark. Yes, they suffer. Yes, if you are the golden children, the golden child's story yes, the golden child's story, it is not everyday life. Is it? It's not everyday life. Child's story. One in a 10-year, and he encompass over the globe. Yes, an all-rounder. Can you believe that? How strange it is. Muhammad Ali was a poet. He was a poet. He used to write. He used to say those sweet words, sweet sentences. And at the same time, he used to whoop some asses, scare the shit out of people that were in the ring. And he had a model face. No one could tell that this man can beat the shit out of us. But it is also possible that the underdog, the person who is just in his craft, he has achieved greatness, but we have to filter out things from him. We cannot finalize that this person is great. We have to filter out things. That's my strategy. That's how I decipher data. That's how I consume content and data. I look at a person, I observe him. What are the things he's good at that I'm interested in? And if the person is good at the things that I'm interested in, I will take and absorb the data that is only in that craft, his specialty, whatever. And I do not care what his personal life is, what he do. Okay, I will watch John Jones and I will learn some elbow strikes. Okay, I don't give a shit about the fact that he might be an asshole. I don't care. Okay, I do not care. I take the data that I need, easy, for my own nourishment and my pursuit to the golden child, an all-rounder. You have to be odd to be number one. Yes, that is true. But you have to be all-rounder. You have to be all-rounder. You have to be more like divine. A person who is a representation of God. Can you become that person? Can you become peace? Then you're the golden child. Can you become peace? Can you become hope? Can you become can you be nice to the people and still be capable and dangerous? Can you do that? Can you have full control over yourself? Can you do that? So there's the person who is the goat of his craft. Then there is the person who is the goat, the greatest of all time in his in the life. He has mastered the life with his capabilities, and he did not let his animal's animality to describe in any way. He transcended. Choose your path. Yes, learn the same way. I too am learning, understanding what it is not, mastering the things that I love. Yes. So yes, this is the thing, brother. You have to be ought to be number one. Suppose that if you're a selfish person, which I was, I was. Suppose that if you're a selfish person, there is nothing bad about being selfish. Okay, it is a beautiful word, isn't it? Selfish, a person immersed in his self. Anyways, suppose that if you're a selfish person, and if you're in a position, you're in a survival mode. Yes, you have to help yourself. That is the thing. There are two stages of life. There is a person who has to survive and who has to help himself. Okay. Then there is a person who has to help the people that he loves. Then there is a third. These are evolving. Okay. More like caterpillar, and this is what cocoon. More like cocoon. He's still bound, and then the butterfly. Oh wow. Okay. So if you're in a survival mode, be selfish. I'm not saying you don't have to be selfish and pour around your energy everywhere. No, you cannot do that. You're in a survival mode. You yourself need help. How can a person who himself needs help can help anybody or anyone else? How is it possible? So if you yourself need help, what you have to do? What is it that you have to do? You have to become great at that craft that is the nijat. Nijat, more like the thing that is the way through. Okay. Survival to the other world. Okay. Out. Yes. If you need help, do your craft, master your craft, become the god of the craft. So yes, Mike Tyson could not move. Muhammad Ali, he did understand. He did move. He mastered all those things. Do you understand? Yes, the two stages, he did master them. Mike Tyson. The reason that I'm using these fighting analogies It's because they are more like, they're relatable, okay? Two goats, two people of the same field, boxing, Mike Tyson, fierce, animals, animality pouring out of him. Other hand, Muhammad Ali. A face, a moral face, can bully the shit out of you just by smiling. Anyways, so yes, he needed help. Mike Tyson, he needed help to get through his traumatic experiences. Muhammad Ali, he transcended his, he jumped above his trauma. So yes, but I do believe that there might be a stage where he could not jump, and he himself needed his help. So he did what he had to do. Yes. So yes, analyze your condition, whatever condition you're in. Do you need help? Be selfish. You have to be selfish. Okay, you have to be selfish. If you need help, that you are in a survival mode, unfortunately, and you cannot. You do not have to blame anyone else. Take that accountability and do that. Pierce through it. Master your craft. Become the musician who is also his instrument. He does not differentiate in between his instrument and himself. That is the person who has mastered his own craft. Okay, he is the sitar himself. Suppose that the veins, his veins are popping out of his body and becoming the strings of the sitar, and he dun. The reason the music is produced is the blood flowing through the strings of the sitar or guitar. Okay, can you do that? Yeah, you're in a survival mode, do that. Other things we will do it. So yes, the topic of this video is, I think I should not have included the other part, the golden child's part. That is, okay, the golden child's part. Then the infinity part. Okay, I should not have done that because the video is, partially divided. I intentionally thought of doing the covering on the person who is more like an underdog, who utilizes animality to pursue. Okay, but yes, the thing. Yes, the topic of the video. You have to be owed to be number one. Those people are selfish. Those people are done. Okay, they're angry, they're sad. That's how it is. Okay, that's how I was. My grief was pouring out of me. My grief. That was my animality. Grief. I was. Still I am. But it is a little different. It is more like ecstasy. I'll leave that. Okay. It's not about me. It's about you. Yes. So yes, analyze the condition that you're in. What is the position that you're in? Is it you that need help, or or you don't need help and your loved ones, they need help? Are they? Or the better condition that no one you love needs help, you yourself don't need help, your people does not need help. Then what? Then what you have to do is utilize your capabilities to open your wings, become the butterfly, caterpillar, open your wings and cover the globe in them. You have to do that. Help the people globally. Yes, do that. And that is a time when you will become selfish and selfless at the same time. Why are you selfish? You're selfish in a way that you're considering yourself this. How dare you have that audacity to help this many people, even consider the possibility. So extreme ego, extreme self-respect is the requirement. How dare you have the audacity to even think and imagine and fathom that you can help these people, the globe. Oh, the population. Can you think? How dare you have that audacity? Do you know there are people helping other people, and they are selfless and selfish at the same time? Selfless, why? They already have helped themselves. Don't forget that they were selfish at some time. They have helped themselves, and now they are helping others. Therefore, they are selfless. But they are selfish and egoistic and huge in a way, self-centered in a way that they considered themselves this capable, and they had that audacity to even think that they could help all the people around the globe. Mind my voice. It is a little. So yes, think about it. You have to be owed to be number one. That will be the title of the video, but this is a whole coding. I might not make another video on the golden child, which now you are already aware of the golden child. Yes, the golden child. Who is he? The infinity. Yeah. You have to be number one to be you have to be number one to be, you have to be an odd person to be number one. You have to be an odd person to be number one. You have to be aware of animality. It will pour out of you. You cannot help it. Okay. Your dark sides will pour out of you. Okay. You're not perfect right now because you need help. But once you transcend and all, you have to pursue the path of the golden child, yes. But there are people who are born that way, believe me. Like our prophet loves love. Peace for the whole world. Rahmatul lil alameen. So yes, there is a thing. Yes, that's it. Analyze and work.